Hi, it's me, PamVanEe, and I finished 3 of the glue books. I was going to do 4, but I think I'm stopping at 3. And I thought I'd show them to you. And I'll probably just flip through fairly fast. This one is a Jack and Jill, made with a vintage Mother Goose cover. And then I have, so that one's spoken for. This one is crafts. I'll show this one. So that will be available. And then this one will be available. This is Tommy Snooks and Bessie Brooks. So let's go ahead and start. Let's start with this one. It's a glue book, or it can be whatever you want it to be. It has this beautiful blue satin ribbon, and you want it to not be too full because you are going to be filling it with what you have because it's a glue book. So I have this, it's like a vintage velvet ribbon here, and a little fabric with some fun colors from the cover. It has the Afghan, and then more of the velvet. And this is the original book, so I left that as is. And all the information will be in the description below. I have a little fabric lace and a little wood button there. Okay, I have lots of little flips and things. It's, what is it? It's 11, is it 11? It's 11 by, they're all 11 by 8. So this one will be called, I guess I'll call it Tommy and Bessie. So yes, there's lots of added because the book is tall and wide. So I've added a lot of interest, and you can see that all flips out. This is a tuck here, so you could tuck something there. Sticker, we got different book pages. I'm going to go quickly. Different pages, garden page. So here's another, you can just tuck this is a vintage card. You could open that all up. Add to it. So I pieced this together. I thought it was pretty there. But you add whatever you want, and then you could glue over it, you can write in it, whatever your heart's desire. See all the various pages. I took some strips, sewed them together for this edge. Envelope, so this is the middle of the first signatures, 3 signatures. So you can put whatever you want in here. Added some flowers. On this side is a butterfly card. I clipped it on so you can move it wherever you'd like. Just added a little leftover strip of paper. Beautiful scrapbook paper. So yes, it's a little time consuming putting it together, sewing it in. It's a little unwieldy as far as sewing it, the signatures in. A little butterfly, die cut, vintage recipe. Add in another thicker die cut there. Here's a paper bag. You could put things in here. And I just added a little card that opens up. And I just added the music paper because it said something, I don't know what it said, happy birthday or something. So I just added that paper there. Little washi tape, but yeah, you could put a lot of things in here. Then added this. Not pretty. Garden. Children's music. Coloring book page. Added a card. A little die cut. You could add that, or you could just do whatever you want. This is for you to do things, so I try not to embellish it too much. Paper flips out, so you got all that space to glue in. First signature, and it lays nice and flat, so you can add a lot to it to make this really, just add a lot of stuff to it. Vintage wrapping paper. This is a thicker, like, instruction book on painting. What is this? Oh, I just added this here. Card. You can move it wherever you want. It's from a children's book. I thought it was really pretty. Opens up. This is thicker. Middle of the second signature. It's a little thicker die cut. Another paper bag to add things to. This flips out. Really pretty paper. A little card here. That there, you can move it wherever you'd like. And this, I have a vintage, another one of these vintage cards added here. And then another card here. You can move it wherever you'd like. This is the third signature. It's another band here. You could add things here. If you didn't want to add things here, you could glue it down and just add more things here. Here's a thicker vellum, like a thicker flower there. I thought it was pretty with this paper that I pieced together. That opens all the way up. Pretty card. Some butterflies here too. It opens up. Lots of different types of papers, recipes, thicker, middle of the third and last signature. Added this little die cut. Another bag, little note paper, and onto here. Flip out. Vintage Mother Goose. Then here I have a cardstock die cut. Added this little flower here. That's so pretty, isn't it, with that? And then added a couple strips of paper. Another thicker die cut, and then we have the pretty fabric, and then I made a little cluster with a button. So that will be Tommy and Bessie, and the information will be in the description box underneath this video, and I will also this will be going into my Etsy. The other one available, I thought this was really fun. I didn't want to cover it up. It looks like 60s or 70s, complete encyclopedia of crafts. And then I found this ribbon. It says, live life, play hard, get dirty, have fun. I thought that was great for a glue book. And it has the Afghan on the spine, which I believe is a 3-inch spine. There's the back, same ribbon. Beautiful orange satin ribbon for the closure. And then here's the little, got fabric lace in this button. It says crafts, crafts, crafts. This has a little fabric with birds and birdhouses. There's the paper we have here. This is a card. Isn't that beautiful paper? And then this side I have a little tuck from paper that you can put wherever you want. Mother Goose, the recipe. This is a vintage wrapping paper. I just folded it over so it'd be stronger. Another mother, like a Mother Goose paper. There's a tuck here. So each one is different. You have, isn't this pretty? It has a little gold foiling in it. It's that vintage Mother Goose. They're similar but different. Took some more little scraps, sewed it for a little design here. It's also a tuck. Middle of the first signature. This opens up here. So you could glue whatever you wanted there. And maybe I will add, I've got some of these papers here. Maybe I'll just be kind of pretty here. I'm just gonna, let's see, what else do I have? So we have a smaller piece that would go there. I think I'm just, okay, that just rolled out. I'm just gonna clip that into here. And then you move it around to wherever you want. It's pretty. Where was I? So this will be available. The two. Added that. And you could tuck something here. I've got this vintage card. Isn't that pretty? I think I'll just put that in here. Vintage wrapping paper. Vintage recipe. This folds out. For signature, you can add something here. Maybe I will add, let's see, what's this here? That's pretty, it has kind of that color there. And I'll just add that there. Okay, I have a little card here. This opens up. It's nice basil paper with texture to it and pieced together. Could do this way. Trying to hurry along. There was a tree. Pretty. Got this paper pieced here. Coloring book page. Writing here is the thicker like instruction to how to paint. Wrapping paper, children's songbook. This I added and sewed to the edge to make it wider. This is a paper or envelope. Added some paper to it. Just did a little bit to show you what you could do. And here's a paper flower I had made a while back with a button. You could do all kinds of stuff here. Sewed along here and added it to the edge. A little paper that you could put wherever you want. Cute wrapping paper. Vintage Mother Goose. And this opens up. It's more of that basil textured paper. Vintage recipe book page, map, scrapbook paper, that's the second signature. Here's the third. And you can tuck something here. Let's see, what do I have? What could be good there? Maybe I'll put... This one fit. See, it's one of these postal cards. Go like that. That's cute. Well, this does open up. Just added some paper in the back of this lined paper I glued. Vintage wrapping. There's some wallpaper that opens up. This I just added extra little paper that on both sides there's pockets. And then there's a map. Lots of pages. This is envelope. Just added paper, this little tab. You could put something into it. There's a little paper. Let's put that in there. A paper bag, middle of the last signature. Just put a flashcard in there. Have a little sewing on the edge because I pieced it together. Here's a card that opens up. It's also a little smaller tuck. So you can have fun adding and gluing and whatever you want. Fold out there. And made a little tuck there. Vintage Mother Goose page. And this flips out. Added a little tab to it. And then here's the little button and fabric right there. So that's the crafts, that glue book that will be available. Okay, I'll make that a little prettier. Okay, and then the last one, this one is spoken for. Somebody asked that I would make it, so this one is sold, or it will be. Add a little trim, cute polka dot fabric, awesome Afghan. I just kept this because this was the book. It was a needlepoint book. The owner can always glue over it. So isn't that pretty? This is Jack and Jill. Got the same little buttons and fabric lace. Awesome fabric there. This opens up. I thought that all this paper was pretty with this wrapping paper. Added a little die cut and some cat cards because there's kittens and dogs here on this cute wrapping paper. Another goose page. This added a little bird here, just a little card, but enough space because you want to put your own things into your own glue book. This does flip out. And I added a little, it's like a thicker die cut there. And this pretty place that you could put anywhere you want. Well, the sun's out now, but we did have a beautiful thunderstorm rainy morning, which I love. So that was nice. Here's a vintage embroidered book. And we have the vintage Mother Goose. Got lined paper, music. Same with the recipe and the, isn't that pretty with this paper? This tulip. This flips out. Little card in the middle. And I made this into a tuck with pieces I had left over and I sewed. Little, see, this is what I mean by these are thicker, but you can glue them down and then they make nice sturdy tucks too. I'll just clip that there. Garden. You can glue over that. That's pretty, so I added a little blue to it, and then here is a card that comes off. Thought was pretty. And what do I have here? Okay, here. Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool. This opens up. It's aqua. Why does it look bright blue? But it's an aqua. So that flips up for all the writing there. So here, oops, sorry. Just hit it. This opens up too, or no, this, I don't know. I think I had this glued down. I have to glue it again because I think I just pulled it up. Yeah, so this is a pocket here. Tuck the space right here. I just thought that camera die cut pulled in some of the colors there. So let's see here. Wrapping paper. Flips out. Look at all that space. Oh, this actually opens up here. What is wrapping paper? I'll just notice the colors here. That could be put into here. Just add some paper to use. Maybe I could trim that down a minute. I'm sorry. Let's just do it now so I don't forget. Yeah, that'll be pretty. Got the space for it. Put that there. You could use it wherever you want. Another little belly band. Just added a little thicker flower. You can put that wherever you want. And that's the first signature. Here's the second. And I added this paper here, brought out the yellow here, and then added a larger die cut. And another little card. Here's Jack and Jill. Covers Jack and Jill too. Then here, just added this card. Another goose page. Wrapping paper, just some little cat note paper. Thought this was pretty with the pinks here. And then this flips out like this. And you could keep this here, move it, make it a tuck if you glued that down. Here's the middle of the second signature. Just add a little paper in here. There's more of that vintage wrapping paper. Added that little basket of flowers. This you can move anywhere. Just added this here for a tuck. Thought it was cute. This side, just added a little paper scrappy bit here. There's some of that wrapping paper. Added something that you could alter. Another one of these little cards. And a little green. You can move that wherever you'd like. We have a few more pages. This flips all the way out. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then here is another little note paper that you can alter. And then maybe we'll just move it right here. So that all opens up. We have that. Oh, I think this went here. So we'll just, but you can move it wherever you want. It would make a pretty tuck like that. But I want the recipient to put it wherever they'd like. Oh, I added a couple little flowers. Little art paper. Just flips out. And I have a card here. Bright and colorful. Thought it went well with this paper. This is pretty. Third signature. This card opens up. Just added a few little papers. This little bird here, because there's birds. And there. Oh, this is a vintage card. Not pretty. Flips out. And added this. So I'm going to take a little break from making glue books. They're a little, not the easiest, so I need a little break. So what is this? This flips out like this. And then added this card and this camera. Holds it in place. I don't know what I'm going to make next. The Peter Rabbit, or what else was I thinking? I know I have a lot of binder cookbooks. So this is the middle of the third signature. I thought this hummingbird was really pretty. Added this to the edge with some stitching. Got a paper bag with a flashcard. Little die cut. Added a little paper there. Added a butterfly. Here's the wrapping paper. Folded to the edge to strengthen it. Flips out. This is pretty. And card, a couple cards there. This is like a little tuck. Added this little die cut. And here's the last fold out. And I just added the paper. You can move it wherever you'd want. And then this little plant die cut. Here, added the flower you can put wherever you want. Little card you could decorate. You could even put the flower on here. But you gotta have fun too, right? So I'm letting you decorate it. So, and there's the little button and lace and fabric. So that's the last. So 2 will be available, the craft and the other, what was it, Bobby and, what's the other one? Oh, Tommy and Bessie. Okay, so those are the 3 glue books that I made. I hope you enjoyed the flip through. I appreciate you stopping by. And if you haven't already, I would love if you would subscribe, leave a comment, or like. Have a great day. Bye.